Hello, greetings. You're on to Austin again, and I'm here to give us another wonderful broadcast. And I'm one of our many broadcasters within our Kringle private society. And today, the title of my broadcast is We Need Over 12,000 Assemblies to Set Up a New Government by the People in the Kringle Private Society. Now, the government we're looking at is not government that will be limited only to the Kringle private society. But then we're looking at setting up a government by the people, of the people, and for the people that is going to make a quick end to this control, manipulation, and genocidemic that the elites has subjected humanity to. And it's actually a battle for supremacy, a battle to win over the hearts, the lives of mankind. And within these few minutes that I will be here, I'm going to, as much as possible, explain why we need these 12,000, over 12,000 assemblies to set up a government of the people, by the people, and for the people in the Kringle Private Society. And also, I would, as much as possible, explain our approach in helping to make this a success. So, if you are tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up if you haven't yet done so, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I bring you live content every blessed day by the grace of God. So, on that said, I'm going to go about going to our Kringle Cash back office. That'll be the first point of call. And then we're going to peruse through the content of our Kringle Cash back office. Following that, I move into our food app, United for Food app. Look into a few things there and then say a few things. And then finally, we would move into our blog, the Kringle Cash private blog. Say a few things there, and I believe that will be the end of my video. So I've mentioned three things I will do. And while I am going about that, I'm going to explain the full content of my video, which is we need over 12,000 assemblies. So do stay with me and hear the updates that I have to, offer. All right, that said, before I would now share my screen, I want to give a shout out to as many that has diligently taken time to watch my videos and also subscribe to my channel. You guys are the ones encouraging me thus far, and I really do appreciate. I also want to give a shout out to as many people who are giving comments. I think your comments are welcome. If you have comments to make, do so, because it makes my video quite interactive. All right, that said, let me share my screen and then move into our main content. A whole lot is going on in the world. A whole lot is going on in the world. And I believe those of us who are awake are seeing the things that are going on. So let me quickly move into our Kringle Cash back office as the first point of call. And go into our homepage. It's actually loading, so give it some time to finish loading. Now, this page is an old page, and I think this is the most recent page. Yes. So looking at our Kringle Cash back office, thus far we are still building our numbers, and these numbers will continue to build until it gets to 1 billion. Now our distribution is still going on, and it will continue to reduce until it gets to 0. Now it will reduce to 500 million, which I've said before. And then when it reduces to 500 million, I want us to please take note of this information I'm going to give. The promo that the administration has given us is this particular promo. And this promo will continue. Let me read it out. Expires August 31st, 2021, or when admin wallet balance reaches 500 million. And from the way I see things, it's very likely that it would expire about August 31st. It is very likely it will expire about August 31st. At this point, the admin wallet is 706. Before this weekend, it would go down to about 699. And within 1 month, it will go down to 500 million. I've said this before, but I'm reiterating so that people will get this. For those of us who still haven't gotten it, but I know that a good number of people have. Now, when it gets to 500 million, I have said that we will review the old members. And when we review the old members, this policy will kick into full implementation. And what's that policy? The policy that clearly states this policy will be kicked into full implementation. Now, the question is, why will it be kicked into full implementation? The reason is because we would not have enough coins that will be in circulation to go round to the number of people that are in the TBC community, which has not yet summed up to 4 million yet. So we would need to review the old and new, and those who are not keeping up to the requirements of the community. Reviewing them means we need to call their attention and ask them. In the mass adoption meeting, it will be put in the blog. The administration will put it on the blog when the admin wallet gets to 500 million. Now, when that happens, it wouldn't just continue to go down because this promo would have come to an abrupt end. So we need another promo, and that promo will be referred to as winter promo. This is summer promo, so it will be winter promo. Now, when we are in the mass adoption meeting, we will deliberate upon it. What do we do now with those who are inactive? It's going to be simple. We will obey the rules that has already been stated. Meritocracy is our founding principle. So, to whom more is given, much is expected. You do nothing, you get nothing. So it only means that the old members who are having so much TBC will withdraw, their coins will be withdrawn. Those who are not keeping up to the title of making the monthly subscription as agreed, some people have stayed for more than 90 days, their account is still active, their wallet is still active with those coins over 1 TBC, and they have done nothing, and they are waiting for TBC to become liquid so that they can spend it. Our principle does not agree. Sorry about that. Our principle does not agree to that. Our principle simply states that meritocracy holds, and it is a lifetime commitment. Lifetime commitment. So, whether it's during the bad weather or the good weather, you must remain faithful to the system. So that's the reason why this will kick into effect after 500 million. Now, when it has been kicked into effect, what will happen is that people's coin, old members who have at least 1 TBC, their coins will be returned to the admin wallet because it was clearly stated it costs 8 grains monthly and late payments are allowed. So whoever has fallen into this category of 90 days and over, their coins will be returned to the admin wallet. Now, in the meeting we are going to have, the administration will give out a call to all the old members to wake up. He will tell the people who are going to be in the meeting to tell their friends, their loved ones, around the month of August ending, when the admin wallet is getting close to 500 million, the meeting will hold. Now, he will tell the new members or old members, those who will be present in the mass adoption meeting, to tell their friends to go and wake up, go and wake up. At this point, if you become active, your coins will not be withdrawn. I mean, as at then, your coins will not be withdrawn. But if you fail to be inactive and it gets to the point the admin wallet exceeds 500 million, drops below 500 million, then the IT department will just configure it. It's activated automatically. It will be retroactive too. For those people who are not keeping up to the title of 90 days, that is those who have not paid, who have owed the system for over 90 days, precisely 3 months, their coins will be withdrawn to the admin wallet. But then, before this activity kicks off, if you are owed and you are inactive and you become active, your coins will not be withdrawn. Your previous offenses or your previous wrongdoings in the TBC community will be forgiven. And then going forward, it should be clearly known that you should be steadfast in making your subscription fee. But then, if it exceeds that period as specified, which is dropping below 500 million, and the coins are withdrawn from your wallet, as at then, we have not yet filled out the billionaire level. So there is every tendency that you may want back your coins as an old member or those who just wakes up to the reality that TBC is serious. Now, if your coins has been withdrawn back to the admin wallet, there is something that you are going to do. You will pay the price for being lackadaisical. You will pay the price for not waking up when you were supposed to wake up. What's the price that you are going to pay? If you want back your wallet, if you want back all your coins, I don't know how many coins that will be, but for the people who their coins has been withdrawn to want it back, it should be running into over at least 500 or 1000 TBC coins. If you would want your coins back, it is going to be possible, but the price you would pay is making a yearly subscription fee. That is the price you will pay. You want your coins, you were lackadaisical, you were nonchalant, you were willfully ignorant. We've not yet filled out the billionaire level. Then you want it back because you realize that, wow, it's becoming serious. You have to make a yearly subscription fee, no more monthly subscription, yearly subscription, so that you can get back your coins. However, failure to do that, your coins will be lost and lost for life. Also, that opportunity will be open for old and new members who has lost their coins. You want it back, make a yearly subscription fee. Yes, you can get it back. But once the billionaire level has been filled out, once these 7 layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 has been filled out, the opportunity of making a yearly subscription to get back your coins will be over. We are done with, and we are done with it for life. So let those who hear take the necessary correction. Billionaire zone will have 1 TBC. So those who are inactive, if the admin wallet gets to 500 million, then they will call back those wallets or call back those coins. So when that happens, what will happen to the TBC? TBC, by then it has become 500, less than 500 million or so. So what will happen is there will be a bump. It would shoot up a bit. Now, when it shoots up a bit, I don't know how many it will be, but it could shoot up to about 200 million or 100 million, as the case may be. Now, at that point, the coins has to be distributed evenly to the rest of the billionaires, and it will also be distributed evenly to the rest of the millionaires. The millionaires will comprise of 1,110,000,000, and the billionaires will comprise of I don't know how many people will be in the billionaire, but originally the billionaire should comprise of 1,111,111. Now, once we filled out the core team, the core team are those that will be enjoying 100 TBC every month. Whether you are whether you are in the core team or in the mass adoption team, once it's been filled out, this mass adoption team, these are the ones that will enjoy 100 TBC. Once it's been filled out, there will be a drop. So the system is going to design it in such a way that after the coins has been withdrawn, remember, you are an old member that missed out, you want it back, you make a yearly subscription fee, you can get it back. But if you don't want it back, well, it's gone. And once this layer has been filled out, it's gone for life. The opportunity is gone. Even if you pay yearly subscription, you don't get it back. So do well to take note of it. So once the coins has been bumped up slightly, what's going to now happen is that the administration will carefully distribute it to the rest of the billionaires and the rest of the millionaires. Now, the distribution will be such that this promo that we are enjoying will never come back again. That is after these coins has dropped to about 500 million, and the old members and inactive members coins are returned back to admin wallet. Now once it returns, that policy will set in. Once that policy has set in, it remains. If you are old or you are new or you come in, the policy has started running, because the administration will be careful to make sure that the coins now that will be in his disposal will be intelligently, responsibly distributed to all the active members who becomes active or are new and remains active. So it will be distributed to everybody, and that policy will kick in. So everybody that will be in the TBC community will sit up to understand that if you are careless with your coins, it will be gone. I've said this, and I believe you've understood. Now, that's the first thing I'm passing across. Those of us who are in the TBC community, it's your opportunity to gather 1,000 TBC now. Remember, it's a responsibility. Coming up to this level, you are realizing the responsibility that is required of you. So you are stepping in, you are stepping up, you are raising your consciousness level, and you will remain active in the core team for the rest of your life. That's why you are making a subscription fee. And your reward is that you will be a bank in our economy, where the whole world will be coming to you to ask of Kringles from you in exchange for a currency of your choosing. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be Litecoin, it could be gold. Whichever one you agree with your clients, you exchange values. It could be assets such as lands, it could be assets, anything you want, you know. So please do well to promote, to be a party to this promotion, because you will enjoy as much as 2,000 TBC if you do it before this month comes to an end. Now, moving over to the next thing. The next thing is Life Force. And before I move into Life Force, let me quickly return to our United for Food app. It's a sequence I'm following. And I have to make sure that I keep to that sequence. So I believe the first information, I've passed it on effectively. And if you didn't understand, well, watch the video again. I believe you understand. Now, looking at our United for Food app, I'll just call some very sensitive positions. And then with that, I talk about our assembly. Now, looking at it, I'll begin from the top. Philippines has 148 numbers. Now, in our Kringle Cash back office, let me go to our Kringle Cash back office and then look at membership charts. I'm going to use membership charts to compare with our United for Food app. That's what I'm going to do. And it's actually loading. Give it a while. It will finish loading shortly. Now, while it's loading, if you look, okay, it's coming up now. Now, okay. Now, looking at this, if you look at from our app, Philippines has about 148. But then, if you look at it from here, the normal number of people who have registered in Philippines are over or about 470,902. And out of these numbers, the ones who have signed into the app are just 148. So I believe that a whole number of people needs to wake up and then sign up to this app. The whole idea is that these numbers should equal the numbers that are on the United for Food app. That's the whole idea. Now, if you look at Cameroon, Cameroon has about 68,441. And in the app, we have only 297. So there should be a bit of measuring up. The problem is people are giving over to quick gratification syndrome. And some of these people has even forgotten that they are active members or they were ever members of the Kringle Society. So I believe that I wish they could watch videos. I wish they could see these things and learn. Now, United States of America. What I'm seeing here is about 11, which is very little. And in this place, the United States is about 70,960. So I think there is a whole lot of work that needs to be done. Nonetheless, a lot is going on, and it's going on in a very, very smart and intelligent manner. Now, looking at Nigeria, Nigeria has the highest number. We're about 1,305,383. Now in our app, we're just 790. So I think a lot of waking up has to be done. Now looking few again, Ghana. Ghana has over in this app, in this Kringle cash, they have 110,218. Now on the app, there are 263. So a whole lot of work needs to be done. India have about 58,907. On the app, 1,859. So the point is, it's a slow awakening. Now, I want to congratulate Ivory Coast. Now, Ivory Coast here is 206,311, while on this app, there are about 3,759. That's the highest thus far. And I think it's a good one. They are really doing well. Now, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, 56, and Papua New Guinea, 12. Bangladesh. Now, in this place, Bangladesh is 101,686, while on this app, they are 902. So it's actually a wake up. Everyone is waking up. So many countries are now coming in. Some countries has as much as one, some two, and then they are building. And I think it's a good one. They should keep up the good work. Now, going forward, we're talking now about our assembly. So far in our United for Food app, we're about 8,512. And the number of countries that comprise or are in this system are just 15 countries. Now, when we look at this particular United for Food, Kringle Cash, the number of countries that are here are so much. And over time, it's going to be gradual. It's not something we'll rush. New countries are coming in, and every country within the world you'll see them here. You see this number of countries here is the idea of the government that we want to form. We are going to have governments that will come from all these countries. Now that brings me to my last agenda. My last agenda that talks about a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And this is where Life Force comes in. So I'm going to read through this content very quickly. And then after I read through this content, I will say a few things. I wouldn't need to read through all the content, but then I'll read the much as I am led. Now, filling out the short form below could lead you into the biggest thing that could ever happen in your life. You are being invited to form an assembly for either your country, state, province, city, or town. Assemblies are a lawful form of government by the people. Assemblies are a lawful form of government by the people. Now, the whole idea that the administration wants to achieve using Kringle Private Society is to have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people by using these assemblies. Now, using the words of the administration, he wants to have over 12,000 assemblies. He wants to create several assemblies using TBC community. And the responsibility of TBC working with Life Force is to be one of the sole proprietors, or should I say the managers or organizations that will produce assemblies. In fact, one of the most reliable organizations that will be able to produce assemblies. Reliable, sustainable, efficient, responsible assemblies. These assemblies will comprise of over 13 countries. 13 people, not countries. 13 people in the assembly. Once you are about 13, then I think you are qualified to have an assembly. It could be more than 13, okay? It's not just limited to 13. But now, these assemblies will be given fundings. These fundings will be used to help in fulfilling their own personal desires that will benefit their organization or their country or their streets or their province or whichever place they are. All they need to do is set up what you call a kind of paperwork. Now that paperwork will have a proper study of what they want to achieve. And they will also write what you call the environmental impact of what they want to achieve within their own locality. These things are already set up. And if people can understand what these assemblies will do, wow, I believe you will be wanting to be a part of this assembly. Now, this assembly will get funds from Life Force. Now, if you've been following up in our mass adoption trainings, you will understand that there is an individual called Kim in Life Force. Now, Kim is a wonderful person, and she is one of the people that are overseeing how funds are distributed globally across the world. So it is Kim that will be the one to send in the fundings. Now, these fundings should not be fundings that are negligible. These people are in charge. They are now the new government in charge of the central banks across the entire world. Now, they are not looking for fundings that they're not looking for individuals that will be asking for $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000. We're looking at massive projects that will be running into at least $10,000. At least. There is no limit. You could have projects that will be running into $100,000, some $1,000,000. It's up to you. The funds are available. It's not as if they are not available. They are available. We are asking you to come and then form an assembly. Now, over time, if TBC, of course, TBC shall be able to set up assemblies running into over 12,000, you will find out that the Life Force will find out that there are some organizations or an organization, a private organization, that is very efficient in bringing what you call assemblies. So once they see that this organization has been very, very good in bringing up assemblies, they would just say, well, I think we should patent this organization to be the organization responsible for giving up responsible assemblies. I don't know, but I am just speaking. We are looking at long-term plan of what TBC will do as it associates and interacts with Life Force. It's going to be huge. So if you are listening to me, or you will listen to me in the course of time, if you are not live, or if you're not yet live, you will listen to me after it's been recorded. Do well to join this assembly. All that is required of you is to fill out this form. Whether you are active or inactive, fill out the form. There is what you call a system of selection. If you are going to be one of the leaders in the assemblies, some things will be required of you to qualify to be a leader. Number one, your active membership in the Kringle Society. Monthly or yearly, you have to be active. 1. 2, how active are you? There are levels of activity. Are you just making your subscription fee and you are silent and you are not saying anything, you are not telling anyone? It's okay for you to be telling people. And then if you are telling people about it, at least they are aware that something like TBC exists. So that in the event of time, as the entire financial system begins to usurp more control and they begin to tighten everything, people will have an option, which is TBC. Now, there is what you call distribution. This distribution must hold. I've said this in my previous videos, and I'm saying it again. Whether you like it or not, you must fall under one category in this TBC. You either fall in as a billionaire, as a millionaire, or as an employee, because humanity would not want to be enslaved by the totalitarian government, which is the new world order that they are bringing in. There will be two kinds of new world order. The new world order that comes from the elites and the new world order that comes from the Kringle private society. One will capitalize on enslaving the people. The other one will capitalize on giving freedom to the people. People will choose where to belong to. This thing is something that the administration has been saying. In one of his videos, this is let me quickly go into I think, is it brochure? No, not brochure. Posters. Yeah, these posters. Now, I still really marvel at the wisdom behind the administration of the Kringle Society. You know, why I marvel is because he saw the future even before any of us knew anything about TBC. And he told us what is going to happen. And it's now beginning to manifest. As far back as 5 years ago, he saw it, he said it, and people called his bluff. People laughed at him. This innovation is exactly what TBC is doing. You know, you started with um, trade by barter. After trade by barter, you moved into cowries. And then from cowries, you moved into precious metals. Now, precious metals are the likes of gold, silver, and all that. Now, hard precious metals, physical precious metal. After which we moved into a system that is partially backed by paper money. After we moved into a system that is partially backed by paper money, then they removed the gold backing around 1971 by Richard Nixon. And then it became pure fiat currency. And then that fiat currency gave rise to government totalitarian control. It only took some time for it to become obvious and manifest. And now at this point, people are crying and they want a way out. Hence, the existence of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies is open to all because internet is open to all. Although the elite has plans of confiscating the internet, shutting it down, the TBC community has a plan of building an intranet. And that intranet is going to house us so that we will be in the system but not of the system. And as many that wants to be free will side with the TBC community. Hence, innovation through history. Now, when you scroll down, you see this content and you know a whole lot about it. Admin is telling you, you won't like me when I'm angry. You know, I would really like to see admin get really angry. I want to see the Hulk in him come out. But you know, it may never happen because he's a man that has his temper under his full control. And it's actually a great thing. When you have your temper under your control, you are a great man indeed. So I can say the admin is a great man. Billionaires Club, join the Billionaires Club if you can. All you need to do is make a transaction of $1,000 in a week. You become part of those in the Billionaire Club. This is what I want to talk about. In a cashless society, this is going to be the money of the elites. And then this one will be the money of the people. So at some point, the people will have to choose where they want to play along with. At this point, Life Force is offering you an opportunity to join us and form assemblies so that we can somersault the system that has been set up to enslave humanity. You see, at the top hierarchy, the control has left the hands of those people there. It is now in the hands of Kim and Life Force. I'm talking of the current financial system. But the rest of humanity are not aware. And we are doing our part to spread the word out so that people understand that if TBC succeeds in forming assemblies, which will become the government of the people, by the people and for the people, I think we have won the game against the elites. Now, those that are going to be in the assemblies are going to set up major projects. Now, for myself, if you ask me, I know that at some point I will become a leader, and being a leader in the assembly, my major concern is to ensure that all medium-scale businesses will enjoy the fundings. So I can go to an organization and say, do you really want fundings? We can offer you $10,000 if you are willing to work with us. And they're like, $10,000, like, are you serious? You say, yeah. What are the requirements? They would ask me, simple, get registered in the Kringle Society and then join our assembly. We will fund you, but we'll fund you instrumentally. All we need from you in return is to make sure that all of your clients or customers become members of our Kringle Society and let them be able to purchase items from you at a 50% in Kringle, 50% in cash. And then we will evaluate you for the next 3 months to see how many customers are now members of our Kringle Society. Now, if in 3 months you are able to bring in over 1,000 customers, then we are going to release the second part of the money. Remember, it will be in phases. So $10,000, we give you $3,000 at first. Now, after 3 months, if you meet our record of 1,000 members as people patronizing you, yeah, we now release another 3,000, which is $6,000. Now we evaluate you again for another 3 months to see how well your customers are interacting with you using Kringle coins. And if it's good enough, then we release the rest of the funds. So it's going to take a period of at least 8 months or 1 year so that you enjoy these fundings. We wouldn't be flamboyant with our expenditures. We'll be very careful. So nobody wants to say no to this offer that the Kringle Society will give you, provided we are funding your business, you are happy. And the fundings can be perpetual. Now, I'm just giving you an idea of what I will do if I become one of the assemblies. And then I'm going to make sure that over 10,000 medium-scale businesses will enjoy these fundings, provided their clients or customers are able to use Kringle coins as a partial payment. We will leave it at 50%. 50% is okay. The fundings we are giving will keep their business running without stress. So we are calling upon you. Do well to join us. Form these assemblies. Let us build TBC together. Join the United for Food app. Let us make TBC a better place. Let me finish reading this so that I conclude for today. Life Force has promised to fund and support all official assemblies to get properly ratified in the Hall of Records by popular demand within the mass adoption team of the TBC community. We have taken this invitation to heart from Life Force and will immediately gather our members in their respective areas to form assemblies out of our active membership. Funds will be issued directly to the assemblies through the banking system, and the funds available are massive. Remember, I said minimum of $10,000. It should be much more than that. It depends on your level of what? Your mind, the level of your mind. Assemblies have power. Remember, I said government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So these assemblies, majority will come from TBC. Life Force has recognized the authority vested in popularly formed assemblies. Do well to fill out this form and then watch this video to know more about it. I want to stop here. Remember, very soon, every active members will have this assurance card. Read more of this content to know more. I want to stop at this point. Thank you very much. If you have watched this video to this point, I am very grateful. And I think I'll come your way again tomorrow. And at this point, I believe one person is watching me. I would have wished the person say hi or hello or said something in this video. But then if the person doesn't want to make any comments, I think that's fine. So till I come your way again tomorrow, cheers and do have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye for now.